lovely lot. Welcome back to a group dig. It is Sunday. It's quite wet, as you can see. It's quite fresh. My LP badge is not straight, that's better. And the gang's all here. We've got Ricky, we've got Simon, we've got the lovely Jelly, we've got my good old mate Carl over the back there, moaning and groaning. And we've got Bowl Chris, we've got loads here. We haven't got Marky Mark, unfortunately. It's his daughter's birthday, so he couldn't be here. So we're digging without you, mate. But other than that, we've got 3 huge fields, about 70 or 80 of us, so quite a few today. But we're expecting good things, so we're really looking forward to it. Sunday morning, we've got stubble. I've got the Deus II. Let's get on with it. There we are. There's a lovely car. Jelly in the background. He's not moaning and groaning. He's had a bit of a nightmare getting to my house this morning. But we're all good now. And it's great to be out with everybody. Some really familiar and friendly faces. Great club. And again, as always, massive thank you to Daniel, to Emily, to Marius, and to the team for all their efforts getting us on these lovely fields. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It's a bit chilly, it's a bit overcast, which is a shame. But we're here and we're off. And first hole, Doug, is by the looks of it a bit of a harmonica read. Cool, we're off and running. Well, we're on about our 4th target of the day. And this one, as you can see, I only needed my digger for. Yes, there's a 56 on the Deus II, on Relic Mode, as I often am. And I'm on the headphones, I'm not sure what you'll hear or what you don't hear, but bear with us. Anyway, we've got a little disc-shaped thing. Expecting button at that on those numbers, but you've got to give it a whirl, haven't you? Yeah. Little button, I think. Yep. Oh well. Got to turn the camera on, haven't you? Just because you never know. But yeah, button. Moving on. Well, the next one's quite interesting. It was in the high 80s and then went up to 92 when I got it out. It's really sandy soil, so really easy digging actually. So I might have to do a few live digs off the chest mount today just for speed and time and everything else. But yeah, that's quite cool. I don't know what that is. It's almost like a little capsule. It's closed-ended, look, on both ends. Something, that little rim there. Don't know whether that came out or not. Any ideas? I'll be quite pleased to get yours because that's a curious one. No visible signs of fixings or anything like that. Something there, look. Yeah, I wonder if that little kind of slid out or something. Don't know. We'll put that in the curious pile. Right, let's move on. Right, next one. As you may or may not be able to see on that screen, is an 87. And fairly wispy, so I thought we'd give that one a go. Had a few buttons so far, and some bits of just copper and one bit of lead. But it's promising. It's an always good land over here. Yeah, still 87, 88. So that's promising. Hoping for our first coin. Well, it's not going to be a coin, that's for sure. It's an apostrophe. Not sure. Big lump of something or other, but yeah, copper something. Cool. Oh well, that's all right. Got to keep digging those 80s, haven't we? Right, let's move on. Well, next one's a 69. It's a surface find. You can see it there. Look. Little rim of something or other. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I thought we'd unearth it together. It looks a bit too random, so I suspect it's just a bit of copper, but you never know your luck. Don't know, actually. That might be something. Or part of... Oh, there... Well, it wouldn't be my video, would it? Would it? Let me just give it a wipe on the trousers. Bear with me a sec. Or on the towel, I should say. See it? Bit of crotal bill. And that would have been a nice one. Look at the pattern. Well, that's a familiar sight for me anyway. Shame it's not a hole, as I always say when I find a fragment, but beggars can't be choosers, and I'll take that right now. That's fantastic. Excellent. Bit of Croal bell. Let's move on. Well, we had a very excited Jelly, the metal detective, come over. She said, please tell me this isn't what I think it is. Doubting herself, but I'm almost certain she's found herself a bit of a fibula. Well, pretty much all of a fibula, actually. Yeah, it's got to be. Absolutely got to be, Jelly, that. Because you've got the unmistakable shape. I suspect that was where the spring was. Yeah, that's my gut feeling. I think she's on the Roman. Awesome. Congratulations. She's on the Roman. Well, next one was a 62. And it's one of those, which looks familiar. I don't know if that's Buckley or something, I don't know. I've seen them before, but I can't think what they are. So, yeah, plenty of signals, but and loads of buttons, which I'm not filming for obvious reasons, and loads of copper, but no coins as yet. So, we'll keep trying. Well, next one's interesting. It was on the surface, it was a 76. I was expecting another button, and it well may be, but I'm not seeing any shank. But likewise, I'm not seeing any detail, so it might be a tiny little coin. But if it is, there's not much to it, I don't think. So we'll have to hold that one back as calling that a definite coin. But it might be something, so that's why I'm filming it. Just in case when we clean it up, there's something there. So, cool, we shall see. See you in a bit. Well, another one of those kind of curious finds now. Was a 78, and I was about to chuck it in my bag. And it kind of looks familiar. Now, I found something on another Colchester Detecting Club dig many, many moons ago. But on a completely different farm, different fields, etc. That was something that looked like this. That turned out to be some sort of Roman earwax remover or something. I can't remember now. But which kind of looked similar to that. But I'm thinking not. But I'm going to put it on the camera and clean it up later just in case. So yeah, we shall see. Cool. Let's move on. Well, have we finally got a coin? I don't know. We just had a 97. Which has dropped to 95 now it's out. I'll take you in. Haven't touched it yet. That's as far as we got. And we saw that little circular thing. Or are we back on the buttons again? No, hallelujah. We found a coin. Right. Let's just give it a wipe on the trousers. Yeah, I'm going to say that's pretty blank. It's a farthing. Can't really see anything on it, but we're on the coins and we'll take it. So, first coin of the day. Hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. Excellent. Right, well, I'll give it a quick squirt and a wipe. If there's anybody there, I'll let you know. Failing that, we shall move on. See you in a bit. Coming through, but the rain has finally arrived, which was forecast. In fact, I think we've got away with it longer than most of us expected to. It's a grey old day. Look at this. I'll take you around it. Oh, not very inspiring. No blue skies and beautiful scenery. Well, it's not that bad, is it? Look, a bit of greenery for you, but that's about it. Anyway, not long after finding my first coin, we had a 91. I don't know if you can see that then halfway in the hole there. I reckon we've got another one. Hopefully I haven't cacked it because it looks like near to where I put in my spade. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, that's a better one. Oh, it's George V. Look, there he is. George V penny. I can see his bonce right away. Cool, right. Oh, I dropped in there. Let's give it a clean and I'll come back to you in a sec. Hopefully with a date. There we are. 1 penny, 1931 I think it says. And there he is himself. Tashman. Georgius the 5th. Oh, excellent. Well, happy with that. Right, we're getting wet, but we're sticking with it. See you in a bit. Right, folks, well, I think the tide has turned. We've had a blank farthing, then we went to a George V 1 penny, and then we had one in the 70s. There you go, 75, surface find. I only needed my pinpointer to find it, and full disclosure, I have touched it and I have tested it because I wasn't convinced. I thought it might be foil, but ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for your viewing pleasure, we're back on the silver. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Of course you can. It's in the middle of your screen. Marcus, you idiot. Yeah, absolutely no idea what it is. It's got a bit of an edge to it. It's bent, so I would probably imagine I can straighten that up with the pliers when I get home. Yeah, it's silver. I don't know what it is. It's obviously a surround of something, I suspect. Maybe off a walking cane or something like that. But we're on the silver, and we don't mind that. Whatever. Fantastic. It's been a tough morning, I've got to tell you. There's been a lot of 60s and 70s that have turned out to be either buttons, copper strip, or cack, and foil and stuff. Oh, by the way, and sorry, Jelly, I've got it filthy dirty already. The Metal Detective, look what I got today. The lovely Jelly, very kindly, gave me a gift of a new finds pot, and it's lovely, and it's awesome, and it's very tactile, very colourful, and I'm very grateful. Thanks, Jelly. So that can go in there. Our first bit of silver of the day, and I feel like we've turned the tide. Excellent. See you in a bit. And apologies, I don't know what you can see and what you can't see because it's pouring now and the screen is pretty waterlogged. But we got a 95, 96, and again not too shallow, so I'm going to dig it off the chest mount because I can't be bothered to get the tripod out today. It's just too wet. And as you know, I'm not very good at filming these. I say it every time, don't I? But it's true. Okay. Right. Yeah, still haven't found it. Right, okay, let's keep going. It's got to be here somewhere. As I say, it didn't feel that particularly shallow. Yeah, it's in that clod there. What have we got? Yeah, it's still a 95. Right, let's go in and have a look. Oh, it's rather moist. You could you couldn't write it, could you? Surely not 2 silvers on the bash. Right, let's turn that off. Oh my gosh, it's pouring. But the tide may have just turned. Oh, I've got no idea whether you can see this. But we're on the bully. That's George III all day long. Oh my goodness me. Right. Right, let's give it a squirt. Oh my goodness. It is pouring. It is pouring. What's that? Sixpence? Maybe a shilling? I don't know. Should really know that by now, shouldn't I, Marcus? Yeah. And again, I've got no idea if you can see it because my phone screen is completely and utterly covered. Completely and utterly covered. But that is, I think you can see it. Yeah, George III. I've got no idea on the date right now. 1816 maybe, 1815. Either way, it's a beautiful bit of silver. I'm going to have to go though because the rain is coming down so hard. I don't want to ruin the phone. Right, excellent. We're on the silver. Double silver. See you in a bit. There we go. I managed to clear the screen a little bit so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Hopefully you'd already seen it, but in case you didn't. There he is, look. 1816, Georgius III. Fabulous. and that's in good nick. That's going to clean up lovely, I tell you, because the shield and everything on the back looks pretty good to me. I think it's a shilling. I think it's a bit too big for 6p, but I'll check it when I get home. But that is a Bobby Dazzler. Must be soon lunchtime, I think. Right, moving on. See you in a bit. Well, I've completely lost Carl. I don't know where he's gone. Been looking for him everywhere. Bumped into Jelly, but I can't find Carl. And I also should mention, I'm not sure. I think I'm sitting here thinking I might have forgot to mention him at the intro. There's also the lovely Olly from Suffolk Searcher, and Olly's is an absolutely lovely guy and also a lovely family. His wife and son both detect. They've got some amazing Roman land up in Suffolk where they live, obviously, Suffolk Searcher. And he's coming up to 1,000 subs very shortly. He does some brilliant videos. He's working really hard on the channel, and he's got some amazing finds, and he's just a really nice guy. So if I forgot to mention you on the intro, Olly, I'm mentioning you now. And of course, to each and every one of my lovely subscribers, if you fancy watching good content and lots of Roman stuff, go over to Olly's channel, and I'll put it in the description today. Right, we've got a lead seal, an 81, but it's pretty blank, I think. I can't see much on it, but never mind a bag seal. So yeah, try and find the lovely Carl now, see where he's got to. And hopefully he's doing just as well as I am. See you in a bit. Well, I found Carl. He was on completely opposite side of the field for me, but anyway, he's making his way over to me. And I think we're going to go for a roll and a coffee and a bit of a warm-up. In the meantime, I've had tons of buttons today. But this is, by the looks of it, quite a fancy one, and I suspect that's a general service military button with the horse and the lion and the shield in the middle. So yeah, that'll probably clean up quite nicely. Actually, it's quite lovely. Yeah, I think it might even have the shank as well. So yeah, cool. Don't mind that at all. Right, I need to get a little bit drier and some food in our bellies. See you in a bit. Here he is. Found him. Next one was in the 70s. Again, not far under the surface. And it's one of those, which when cleaned, I'm pretty sure it's something to do with the buckle. Might be door latchy, but I think it's an old buckle piece, but I might be wrong. Anyway, yeah, it's muddy, it's wet, and yeah, we'll just pop that in the bag, I think, and move on. Righto, see you in a bit. Well, that's it. We're calling it. It's about 1:45, so we've got no more than about an hour and 45 minutes, something like that left. Anyway, it finishes just after 3, so we're very wet, very cold. We've had our lunch, and we've had a decent morning. Jelly's found coins and a bit of Roman fibula. Carl's found coins. I found a couple of bits of silver. So yeah, after what seemed like a really slow start for me anyway, with just buttons and copper, it ended up being a really cool day. And as always, a massive thanks to each and every one of you for stopping by. Massive thanks to Colchester Detecting Club for putting on such a great dig. Shame about the weather, but that can't be helped. And well, I don't know where the other two have gone. Thanks to them as well. And obviously to everybody that I met on the field. So always nice to see you. Again, thanks for stopping by. Really hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for the roundup though, because obviously there's lots of stuff to clean. There could be some surprises in there. We shall see. But for now, thank you so much. We're going to get out the cold, get in the warm, and we'll see you soon. Right. Welcome to the roundup, and as always, with the Colchester Detecting Club digs, and especially that farm in particular, it's a target fest. Spoke to so many people who are just digging hole after hole after hole, and there were some amazing bits as always come up. No hammered coins for me today, but that said, probably one of the most stunning silver coins I've ever found, which we'll come on to. And as you can see from the slate, there's well over 50 holes that I dug here. And that's not all of it either. There is a ton of copper strip and various other bits that went straight into my scrap bucket. So I'm thinking probably up to 100 holes in what was essentially about 4 or 5 hours in the end, because we got rained off the field, which is a right shame. But as you can see, there's far too much to run through individually, but there's loads of bits and bobs there. We've got a little pistol shot musket ball. There's buckley bits. There's all sorts of interesting bits. So if you see anything here that you think, actually, that's something, Marcus, obviously I know that's a spoon handle or a fork handle. Other bits and bobs, we got some clay pipe, we had some lead. This thing here is really interesting. Don't know what that is. some sort of scalloped piece of copper, no idea. We had a bit of a toy, the front of a toy car. We had an absolute ton of buttons, including 3 general service, the one on the left being the best of the 3. We had a Prince of Wales military button there. You can see the kind of plumes there. And then various other 4-holers and pewter buttons and bits and bobs. We had a couple of lead seals. We had this thing here, which I was right. It is a buckley piece. Actually quite an old one. I think it's from the kind of 1600s, 1700s, which is really cool. This thing here, jury's still out. Is that Roman? Is that something to do with a Roman beauty utensil or something like that? Don't know. Haven't had a chance to compare it to my other one, but I don't think it's the same. Bit of a crotal bell. This thing's really cool, and I'll put an image up on the screen now. That says Elfrida, and it's actually a little mini lipstick. And this would have gone in a lady's kind of, what they call it, a dance handbag. So it's basically a metal bag, metal handbag, and when you opened it up, it had her rouge and her powders, a little slot for her coins for a night out, and a little slot for this little thing, which would have been a tiny little lipstick for while she was out on the dance floor, and she kissed it off, no doubt. So yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. Probably from the kind of 30s, 40s, 50s maybe. We had 4 coins, 3 of which were copper. 2 on the right are completely blank. The one on the right, I'm pretty sure, is a coin. There's no sign of a shank, but it's also very, very blank, and it's tiny, so possibly a little 17th century token, not sure. Beautiful George V penny. Look at that. That's an absolute stunner. In really, really good condition, that one. Come up lovely with a coat of artiseal. 1931. 2 years shy of being a very valuable penny. If you find any with 1933 on, you're doing very, very well indeed. But no, 1931, but I'm very happy with that. And then 2 bits of silver. Beautiful little bit, which unfortunately it was very delicate. I did try and straighten it. I was very gentle, but it was already cracked on one of those creases that you would have seen on the field. And it did split. But that said, probably a top of a cane, something like that. A little decorative piece, probably. But by far my favourite find of the day is him. Look at that. Almost like the day it was dropped. 1816, George III, Bullhead, shilling, silver coin. But look at that. I found 5 silver George III's, including 3 shillings. This is my 3rd shilling. None of them as remotely as good condition as this. That's absolutely gorgeous. And I will go to every single Colchester dig if I can pick up one of those every time. So that's a stunner. Really, really pleased with that. One for the cabinet for sure, and an absolute thing of beauty. So that's it. Again, thanks to everybody involved in the Colchester dig on Sunday. We've got a couple of videos in the bank already to show you soon. And then I'm off again this Sunday on another group dig. So lots of content coming up before Christmas. So we'll leave you to it. Thanks as always. Enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll see you soon.